Now this is what I absolutely love, a more back to basics pickup. In this video, we will check out the all-electric Chevy Silverado EV to see what this thing offers in base work truck trim, a version people might actually be able to afford. My dad drives trucks, usually a Chevy or GMC, but what he always gets is the most basic model. An 8-foot bed, regular cab, rear-wheel drive, V6 engine, crank windows, zero frills. So I've sort of been conditioned to believe that's what a pickup is, a tool, not a toy. When I see $80,000 plus rigs with fancy leather and screens everywhere, I kind of laugh because to me that's not a truck. It's also why I'm super excited to see the new Silverado EV in base work truck trim, because it's a tool, not a toy. And this is actually our first time seeing this rig in the flesh right here at Work Truck Week in Indianapolis. So initially, this vehicle will be offered in two different trims. There's RST First Edition, and then later on, the work truck model. And just like the Ford F-150 Lightning, the Silverado EV will only be available with a crew cab body, so if you wanted that regular cab and an 8-foot bed, I'm sorry, you're going to be out of luck. Now, of course, there are a few important visual differences between these two trims. Up front, you can see a black plastic grille on the work truck model. We also have black plastic cladding along the side of the pickup truck. We have alloy wheels here that should be smaller than on the RST First Edition, though later on the work truck version will be offered with steelies, which of course I absolutely love. Moving rearward, we have black mirror caps opening the door. This is a very early pre-production model. As you can see, there's no texture on the plastics, but expect the interior to be a little bit lower rent in the work truck model. Of course, there's no glass roof, and we also have a smaller gauge cluster and an 11-inch infotainment screen opposed to a 17-incher that comes in the RST First Edition. Up next, we'll talk about the Silverado EV's performance, but first, this. Wireless charging is a game changer for electric vehicle fleets. Not only is it far more convenient than plugging in, it can also save big bucks. With no physical plugs to wear out or accidentally get run over, Witricity's cable-free charging reduces maintenance costs. Plus, you can set things up to charge your vehicles immediately or even wait until utility rates are at their lowest. Learn how Witricity can make life easier and save you money. Just scan the on-screen QR code or click the link in the description box below. Well, that's better. So the 2024 Chevy Silverado EV work truck is expected to offer a GM estimated 400 miles of range on a single charge. Obviously, that is way better than the F-150 Lightning, which tops out at just 320. This pickup will also be a DC fast charging champion. Expect 350 kilowatts of charging capability. Again, way more than the Lightning, which maxes out at just about 150. This pickup will offer 510 horsepower and 615 pound-feet of torque, plenty of performance, numbers that enable a maximum payload of 1,200 pounds and a tow rating of 8,000 pounds, though GM does say a future version of this truck will be able to tow up to 20,000 pounds, which is a crazy number, and I don't know how far you'll actually be able to drag a trailer that weighs that much, but it's still pretty cool that this thing can handle that much weight. As for hauling, this truck has a 5-foot, 11-inch bed, and the frunk I was just sitting in, well, that clocks in at 10.7 cubic feet, a little bit less than the Lightning's Mega Power frunk, which measures 14.1 cubic feet. Now, if you want all the fancy features, you're going to have to get the RST First Edition, because that gets you an adaptive air suspension system, 4-wheel steering, enhanced Super Cruise that allows you to tow, which is amazing, and then, of course, it also comes with a mid-gate, and when you fold that down, it increases the length of cargo that you can haul to more than 10 feet, so really increases the versatility of this pickup truck. But is it worth it? Well, I'm not so sure, because the RST First Edition is going to cost around $107,000, including delivery fees, which is a whole lot of money. The work truck version, however, will be much more affordable. GM is targeting a base price of around $42,000, including delivery fees, which of course is much more reasonable, though we will see if they can hit that price point once this truck goes on sale, which should be about the middle of the year. Next, watch our full review of the GMC Hummer EV pickup. It is very closely related to the Silverado EV and should give us a great idea of how this Chevy is going to drive and perform. So make sure you check out that feature by clicking right over here.